Hello, I'm Phil Svitek, 360 Creative Coach. In this episode, I want to give you a strategy if you're a podcaster. And the strategy aims to solve this problem where if you're hosting your own podcast feed, to not have your website crash because of hits to that RSS feed, okay? Before I really get into it, I want to invite you to subscribe to this podcast if you haven't done so already. That way you get all the various episodes and lessons that I put out right when I put them out. Thank you if you just did, and I appreciate you if you already were. All right, so first off, this is not going to apply to most people, I feel like, okay? So if you are hosting your podcast through a service, let's say like Libsyn or even Anchor, Megaphone, if you're kind of on the higher scale, Simplecast, whatever it may be, then this is not really something for you to worry about because those services are hosting your RSS feed. But if you have your own website and you have, let's say, a plugin like blubrry or something, another RSS creation plugin, then this is free. See, the way it works is you can host the actual audio files through something different. It's called a CDN technically, but that stands for Content Delivery Network. And so that stuff, meaning the actual audio files, they're not being serviced through your website servers. And that's a good thing because the problem is if you were servicing out those files from your own server, your server is going to get taxed. And most people don't have the bandwidth to be able to accommodate that, right? So that's a good thing. However, if you're hosting your actual RSS feed through your website, it's great because you have control of the RSS feed. That's why most people do it. But you still run into the problem of getting hit and pinged for that RSS. And, while it's a small file, right? It's just an RSS file. If you're getting multiple requests all at the same time, that can really tax your server. And that's a bad thing. So the strategy I have for you that I discovered a few years ago, and it was like a godsend, is Podcast Mirror. Okay, podcastmirror.com is the website. And as they claim, they supercharge your podcast feed. And this is true. It really is. So what Podcast Mirror does, and perhaps it's implied by the title, is that it mirrors your RSS feed. So you essentially input you sign up for the service. It's free, by the way. That's what, when I saw this, it just blew my mind. I'm like, wait, this shit is free? It does all this and this shit is free? That's incredible to me, okay? So it's free. So you sign up and you put in your RSS feed, and what it does is then it mirrors it. So now the good news is moving forward, so what'll end up happening is that your website, excuse me, and the RSS feed you have will just ping to this one, the Podcast Mirror feed. It'll get, there's a new episode, boom, and that'll then distribute it out to Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast, and whatever else. And any requests that are coming in from those platforms come to Podcast Mirror, not your servers. So that's the beautiful part about it. It really is a wonderful, wonderful tool. Again, it's not for everybody, so if you're using services like Libsyn or Anchor, you don't need to worry about it. But if you are hosting your own RSS feed, then yes, this is something for you to look into, so that way your servers do not get taxed and your website doesn't go down for a couple hours or something like that, which has happened to me many a times in the past. So that's why I love this service. Anyway, that's what I have for you today. Let me know how it goes for you. If you have any questions about it too, let me know. I have plenty of experience in this realm, so happy to answer any questions, to fully set it up and so forth. Also, if you think this might benefit someone in your life, by all means, share it with them. I certainly would appreciate it, and I appreciate you as well. I hope to see you next time.